Hi, my name is Tyson Hossert, and I was hoping you guys had a few minutes for me to ask you some questions about minimum wage. President FDR signed minimum wage into law in June of 1983. The federal minimum wage is currently $7.25 an hour. However, it is only $2.13 for tipped employees. It is much lower for tipped employees because they are supposed to make at least that much in tips an hour. If they do not, their employers are supposed to compensate them for that amount. Minimum wage has been a highly discussed issue lately, not only at the federal level, but also at the state level. 21 states and Washington, D.C. have, have voted to raise minimum wage in their states, including Nebraska. The federal government has proposed an increase to $10.10 an hour by 2016. According to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, published on June 21st, 2012, 1.8 million paid by the hour workers received federal minimum wage in 2010, and 12% of minimum wage workers are under the age of 20. All right, I have just a few questions for you guys. Dylan, since you're not of the voting age, do you oppose or are you for raising minimum wage?
I'm against raising minimum wage because I feel like it will upset people that don't get paid minimum wage, and it'll possibly cause the prices of goods to go up too.
Okay. Levi, do you have a job?
Yes.
Do you make minimum wage at that job?
No, I'd make above minimum wage.
Okay. Walker, do you have a job?
Yes.
Do you make minimum wage?
I make above minimum wage.
Okay. Do you feel like you're underpaid?
Not really.
Okay. Dave, do you have a job?
I do.
What's your wage?
I make $10 an hour.
Do you feel like you're underpaid?
No, I do not.
Who are you employed by?
Ken Musil Concrete and Finishing.
Dylan, do you think your work abilities are worth more than $7.25 an hour for the job that you do?
Yeah, I would say so. I guess it depends on necessarily what I'm doing. Sometimes not, but most of the time, yes.
Being employed at Alco, do you think that you should be paid more than what you already are paid?
No, I think what I'm getting paid now, which is $8 an hour, is about right.
Okay. Levi, do you think that low-skilled job workers should be paid $10.10 an hour?
Really, I think that's probably a good wage for them at the time since minimum wage is going up. I mean, because then if the price of goods goes up, then they'll be able to afford everything if the price of goods go up.
What do you guys think about that?
I think it could be a good thing because I know a lot of people that live off of minimum wage really struggle to pay bills, raise their families with just that low income and still have to pay taxes. And there's just a lot of expenses I think the government doesn't take into consideration when they give out these wages of you have to make this much when they should be able to make more, even though maybe their job isn't like up to the quality of a higher paid worker, but they still need to make the most out of what they can.
How much do you guys think minimum wage should be and why?
I think the $10.10 amount that was thrown out earlier, I think that's fairly appropriate.
I agree with that. I think that's a pretty solid.
Decent.
I think that maybe around $9 would be more appropriate. I mean, minimum wage is so like you gotta whatever your education level, you'll be higher than that. So I think
You make what you're worth.
you
kinda what
make what
saying.
you're worth, and if you choose to work at McDonald's the rest of your life, you're gonna have to get paid for your decisions. Like you're not gonna make as much as a doctor or someone who went to college for 2 years. That's a life decision they made. So I think they shouldn't be necessarily punished for it, but they shouldn't be able to be rewarded for not finishing high school or something like that.
Do you guys think that raising minimum wage will cause prices to increase?
We could
happens,
cover that.
yeah.
Do you think people that are already paid more than minimum wage should be their paid by the hour salary should also increase because minimum wage is increased?
I think that would just create more of a problem, because then I think even if minimum wage is raised and then regular wages are raised, I think that, all the other, everything will just go up in price and react right to where we were before, with them not being able to afford to live or take care of their expenses.
Okay, thanks.